1 2 1 2. How's everybody doing today? What's today's date?
January 19th.
January 19th. Tomorrow is Martin Luther King birthday, right?
Yeah, Martin Luther King Day.
So get ready for that. Also, prayers go out to the people in Cali that's going through the fires and stuff like that. All the animals and everything. You know what I'm saying? Prayers, God be with you. Come out of that situation alive, survive. You can get things later, but get your life out of there. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, AlwayzCookz24 podcast here with
I'm your man, Spade.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the cameraman, 8407 in the building. You know what I mean?
Yo.
Secret live location, you already know. You know what I mean? Other than that, we do what we do. Wrestle talk, reality talk, leave comments. We can talk about something that you might want to talk about. But other than that, what's up, man? How's it going?
Down since day one-ish.
How's it going? Yes, sir. I got my old WW, that shirt you gave me, that WWF shirt, the old one.
That old school
logo. I got that.
The old school logo?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I forgot that. Yeah, I'm kind of still getting warm. You know what I mean?
You know,
Before we get started, if y'all haven't watched y'all the last episode with Cook and Spade, all the information will be down in the description. Y'all check that one out. Don't want to miss that one, especially if you love that wrestling talk.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Please do that. I don't even. Where would you want? Where you want to start at today, man? What what you feeling like? I know they see the belts up here, so.
And I didn't bring them last time because it was just us talking.
Yeah.
And, I wanted to talk more so about wrestling and give a little insight. But these are two things that kind of commemorate my wrestling career, like my United States title and my first heavyweight title.
Okay.
Both of them won that one. I think my third or fourth match into my career. So it was real early. That would hold special, importance to me.
Yeah.
And then this one here, I won it for the first time. First time I won a heavyweight title, I kept it for a week and then dropped it.
Dang.
And I was like, hey, still was a champion.
Still a champion though.
Yeah.
What you know what I'm saying? Like when you look at them belts, man, so I know the memories come back and stuff like that. What's one thing personally that you can say when it comes to just having these, what's something personally that you can always think back, you know what I'm saying? Not like as far as the moment you won them, but like just being a champion, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I'm gonna start with, even though I won that one first, I'm gonna start with this one. The pop of the crowd when I won.
Yeah.
It was deafening. And I mean, I'm not wrestling in, no stadium of 50,000 people. I'm wrestling in front of a few hundred people, 200 or 300.
Yeah, that's still a good number of eyeballs to be looking at.
And so when I won this, and I won it in a regular match, and my opponent at the time, he used a neck breaker like Rick Rude for a finisher.
Yeah. So
he was going to finish me off with the neck breaker, and I reversed it and backslid her. 1, 2, 3, ref counted, and it was just a surprise victory. But the way the crowd reacted, and then that night, it was just something else, man. Cause my sister, my father were in attendance.
Oh man.
So it was really, really cool.
That make it even better.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was just.
So this was, what year was this?
2004.
Okay. All right. Got you then. Cause I don't think I met you till
15.
Yeah. So that's wow. That was a major time period right there, man. You know what I mean? But and so this was 05, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this one, you said you won this
in 03.
In 03.
Uh-huh.
So you already had started off good. So getting to the days of when I met you, how many championships did you win then?
I had when we met, I had 5 heavyweight titles under my belt already.
So I never did ask. I never did know that.
And I think I had a grand total of maybe 15 or 16 championships. I had 5 world titles, 5 tag team championships. And funny thing about that, like not to brag, but I never lost a tag team championship.
Really?
Like no tag team championship one have I ever lost. I had to relinquish it.
Yeah.
But I've never lost it in a match.
See, that's a dope record to have too.
Like,
it's a whole. You know
that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. That's some history that can't be changed either. You know what I'm saying? Until somebody get to that level, but I don't even know if they even hold records like that.
I don't know if they do either.
You know what I'm saying?
The funny story about that one, I won the United States title. Both times I was a heel. I won it twice, so both times I was a heel. So the second time I won it, I had a great run with both of them. I think I had a better one with that title than with this one. The second time I won it, which was so funny, I was a federation called XVW, Extreme Violence in Wrestling.
Shout out.
And I won that one. It was kind of like how would you put it? Like WCW used to do the match, like they had different stuff in a briefcase or in a bag or something.
Yeah.
And you kind of had to figure out what was in it.
And one was at each corner,
right.
at the top. I got
so
you.
that's how that one was the second time around I won it.
Yeah.
And like being the heel, I cheated to win. Because, hey, Eddie Guerrero said if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Not trying.
TV. Oh, man, that's great right there. Great segue. And so my opponent actually had got the thing out the disguise or whatever, and the referee was somewhere else. So I had a foreign object. I clock him, and then I'm like, I get the belt and I jump down off the turnbuckle like I just won, and the referee turns around and see it like what Spade you the winner. So they called the match. The crowd started booing. And I come out with the belt the next week, and I got where the United States is. I got a Spade over it, and where it says the word States, I put stickers over and put Spade on it.
Gotcha.
So I called it when they announced me as the new United States champion. I said, no. I said, we go rechristen this title. This is the United Spades Championship.
Ah.
Man, them people booed me unmercifully. They were so mad. They were like, you desecrating the flag and you disrespecting the country. And I would shoot back, well, how many times has our country disrespected my people?
Oh, yeah. You had a great storyline going on.
Yeah, man.
The heat was real.
The heat was real.
Yeah.
I mean, it was real. It was, when people say wrestling is not real, they're like, I beg to differ, because you show real emotion in it, and a lot of times.
And that's a good, I don't mean to interrupt you, but if you wouldn't mind, stick with them for a few moments of why that F word is not taken lightly to those that take it professionally or independently.
Because we really get hurt. Things really do hurt. We really get injured. I know a lot of people saying, oh, well, y'all practice moves. I'm like, how are you going to practice a fall? Whether it's 5 or 10 feet, how are you going to practice a fall? You're not going to do it. When you're falling in real life, you do everything you can to keep from hurting yourself. It's just we know how to take an impact, but you still can't, prepare for that. So going for people saying, well, what you do is fake, or this is fake, blah, blah, like, because I got hospital bills that aren't fake. Mm-hmm. I have a broken nose that ain't fake. I've had concussions that wasn't fake. So, yeah.
Just wanted to jump at this, what I'm saying? I just wanted you to just kind of jump over that and let folks know, those that are wrestling fans or those that are kind of interested in it, or those just amused by it, entertained by it. Sometimes they watch it, sometimes they don't, or just because it's the only thing on. But they need to know that what's real is real. Don't the whole, even from the creativity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's real is real. Don't try to water it down or give it a bunch of negative. Like, actually try to enjoy what their people is creating. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment. Yeah.
And sometimes it's just like you be on your job. You have co-workers that you don't necessarily like, and some that might not get along with. You might be like, all right, as long as you stay over there, I stay over here. It's the same thing in wrestling. Yes, we are, somewhat of a team. Don't get me wrong, But it's still at the same time, man, you got, you know, some people that, hey, animosity is still real.
Still real.
Y'all get in the ring, you might hash it out, you might hammer it out, or however you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you do have real animosities there.
That's real. Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this though. So, since you've been wrestling, how often have you seen, or even yourself, been in like personal beefs with other wrestlers?
Oh man.
Like how often do you see that? Or does that happen?
It happens. I'm not gonna say it's like an every time occurrence, but it does happen relatively pretty frequently. You know, like you think about it, if you're a competitor, like, you know, we were talking about before we got on camera, like, you know, a Jordan or a Kobe, you want to be the best at, you know, your sport, your position, or wherever you at. And then you got somebody that, you know, might not take it as seriously, or they don't like you, or they got some professional or personal beef against you. Yeah, it can happen. I'm like, I done been in the ring before with a person, not to be named, and my sister watching, she know what I'm talking about, that we had personal beef against each other. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I told them a couple of times, like, you know, you try to shoot on me, shortchange me, whatever, or injure me, I'm going to legit hurt you. And like, you know, at that point, it's not going to be a show. I'm going to legit hurt you.
At that moment, it's not wrestling anymore.
Right.
It's way past that.
It's past that. Ooh. So, yeah, so it does happen. I would say, like on a WWE level, it might not happen as much, but it does happen. On the independent level, which what I did, I would say it would happen maybe a little bit more often, but not like, you know, it's an every week occurrence.
Okay, I did. As far as your thoughts on wrestling, which we already chopped up stuff from different times we talked, but like for independent circuit, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you see the independent circuit doing right now? I know we've been through different, you know, with the 2020 going on. So I know it's different now than it was before. Mm-hmm. Because when I was able to make it to those matches, which I was still late, but when I was able to make it to those matches, it was more togetherness within the crowd. You know what I mean? Like, places that the companies would go to hold the events seemed like they was working with them more. It was more kids, you know, being able to come and have fun because they're getting to meet their favorite wrestler that they might see him at the store or something, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it ain't really like that at this moment in time, you know what I'm saying? But yet some of the wrestlers that I know still, you know, pushing forward wherever they at, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? So like what's your thoughts right now just on independent wrestling as far as what you've been able to see or had time to watch?
Independent wrestling now is a lot better than it was for me coming along. You're more, because of the, you know, stuff like this,
social media,
you know, you're more able to get noticed better. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody that can tape your matches, and you can immediately put them on, you know, social media, on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, and boom, people's gonna see it. Yeah. Whereas back when I was coming along, we still had the camcorders. You had to do, like we did back in the day, tape trading. Yep. So for a wrestler to get noticed back then, you had to send tapes out. You had to send them out, and it's like you're selling yourself, you know, advertising to other promoters and promotions. Hey, you know, book me. I want to come work for you. Whereas now, everybody's gonna see you, because if they're in that community, if they're in tune to that, they're gonna see you and they're gonna tell somebody like, "Yo, man, I'm gonna send you a tape of this guy. I'm gonna send you a tape of this person. I'm gonna send you, you know, footage of this person." So it's like it's instantaneous. It's a lot better now. And then at the same time, people don't look down on independent wrestling like they did 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So they take it a lot more serious. Because I'm like, you see somebody like, You know, like you and I have seen Austin Theory up close.
Yeah.
And we A.R. Fox, Baron Black, Sugar Duncan.
Yeah.
We seen how good these cats were up close and personal.
Yeah.
And now you get guys like that. Like now looking at all four of them, three of them, Suge, Baron, and AR, got to go to AEW. Theory signed with WWE. So it's like now you, like I said, you see it. Like, hey, man, this is what's what. Like, this is what's up. Hey, you got your guys on independence, but keep an eye on these independents, cause they ain't no, they ain't no scrub.
There ain't no scrub at all. And I definitely sure remember meeting all them, and as time passed, you see the change in them.
Mm-hmm.
As far as, getting better in the ring, or promo better, or even better merch. And then next thing you know, you see him on a YouTube channel, or you see him on a channel, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, man, like they really did get there. And I was able to meet him at least once or twice.
Right.
And I got to speak to him like once or twice, just so I can say, yo, I had a chance to talk to that person, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, that's a memory I'm always keep, you know what I'm saying, knowing I was able to see them guys like that. And then, Theory made it all the way to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's been to WrestleMania.
And it seemed like, even though the journey for him probably was long, it seemed like a year, maybe a year and a half. Seemed like one moment I seen him in Evolve, one more I seen him in NXT. Next thing you know, he was on Raw going up against Cena.
Yeah.
So, hey, your dreams can turn into goals. You just got to keep on pushing.
You got to keep on pushing.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, as far as independent, anything else you want to add to that?
I was, before I started wrestling, I was very ignorant to the independent scene. Like, I didn't know it existed. Only thing I knew from wrestling was what I saw on TV.
Me too.
And so my first independent match that I saw, basically I wrestled in. Like there was a couple shows before that, I would go to, but I was training. So, and it was like, all right, well, that's cool. But for in essence, the first independent show that I saw, I wrestled at. And I'm like, it's just so different, because it's like, think about like when we all went to the house show in Huntsville.
Right.
Every week is like that. Every Saturday is like that.
Okay.
You can roll up to the arena. You try to get there early, so you might get some workout in before time to go. Kind of chill out. Find your opponent and diagnose what you're gonna do for that night. And at the same time, you're trying to, like, I know this sounds bad, but it's a mental thing. You're trying to get focused. You're trying to avoid a lot of fans too. Yeah. Because they see you, like you said, they see the potential in you.
Yeah.
Hey, you might be a big time star. Like, I might know this cat. Should he blow up or blah blah.
Right.
And I'm like, I had a dark match once for TNA. Like that was pretty cool. And people, saw me beforehand, and then I'm like, I did, like, the match is not on YouTube, and that is just straight up a dark match.
Yeah.
But it was like, hey, it happened.
It happened.
And so people know that afterwards. They were like, yo, man, you got a real chance of going to TNA. Yeah, so I tried it, didn't make it, but it's all right. Yeah. But I'm still satisfied with the independent scene, like that I was at. And I'm happy to say that I ain't gonna say I'm the cause of it. Don't get me wrong, because there's independent federations everywhere. Yeah. But just how things grew from that point in time to where they are now, it's like, yo, man, you gonna go to an independent show and you gonna see somebody that can show enough entertain you, that can show enough work. Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely what I got to see. You know what I mean? And it's like you're saying, you know what I mean, you put forth the effort and you'll see results. So
let me ask you this though. What, like, going to, because I met you in New South. Yeah. What was it like for you as a fan going to independent show? That's my first part, and then going to like a WWE house show.
I definitely like the independent show better because of how you can meet different people in the audience, and you know everybody was kind of from the same area. You know what I mean, but not the same city, not even the same county, but we all like from the same, still like the same areas. You know what I'm saying? People in Alabama know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like us, we know we used in the same area. Like I might mean like, you know, from Morgan County, like Morgan County and your county. What's your county?
Colbert.
I still feel like we in the same area. You know what I'm saying? As far as like going to a concert and I see you at the concert, you see me at the concert, and we're like, hey, we both from whatchamacallit. So it's like, let's talk, let's hang around each other. You know what I'm saying? So I love that part. But going to like a see on TV show like WWE or AW or something like that, those give a different effect too because of the celebritism. Being in a big old arena, you know what I mean? Being able to be in line to get, you know what I'm saying, dope merch, or if they got it, because sometimes they don't have belts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when they do have them, like, they are, you know, they ain't cheap.
No, they're
not cheap.
They ain't
Getting
cheap.
the new merch, the shirts and stuff, being able to go to the concession stand, you know what I mean, and get, you know, it's different. They ain't just got hot dogs, burgers, chips, and free pops. Like, they got different stuff. And some places even have alcoholic beverages.
Right.
So, like, stuff like that. And then when you go in there, you see the big Jumbotron or whatever they got in that arena, and you see your favorite, you know, people that you see on TV, you get to see in real life. Oh, they really ain't that big, or they really are that tall, or oh, she really is, or oh, she really ain't, or you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's how they do that. Oh, wow, that's smooth. Lights, camera, the fireworks, being able to sing the songs.
Yeah.
But at the same time, an independent show, when you get to sing the song, learn the song, and you watch this person from that was towel boy or help and fix the ring, and then help break the ring down, or see, you know, you the one that they see at the door all the time.
Yeah.
Shout out Brandon Williams. You see them at the door all the time.
Yeah.
Then it get to a point where they be like, come on, man, come on in, man, sit right here. Then that thing, you know, you look and they might say something to you like, hey, make sure you watch the show tonight. All right, I got you. Then that thing, you know, there they go running in the ring, saving somebody. I'm like, what? You wrestle too now? So now you see them wrestle all the time, just like with you. See you going, and then next thing you know, you got a chance to get the belt. So, you know, it's like more fun because you don't have to go so far. And if you do, you still in the area.
Right.
And you get to meet people that you seen at the last event to the point to where you're trying to buy tickets so y'all can sit in the front row or second row or third row. And then you're inviting your cousins.
Yeah.
You're inviting some of your partners you work with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people even go out to a date to a wrestling show.
Yeah.
They want to, you know, the man want to show the girl, come on, let me show you what I do in the ring, or come on, let me show you the show. And then that thing, you know, she like, I kind of like it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, or the dude might be watching his woman wrestle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or referee. Or just working the concession stand. I'm just going to stand here with you, girl. And then next thing you know, they looking at the match. You know what I'm saying? So it's like stuff like that. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like with Jay, you know, working the cams and the visuals. Him seeing different visual made him have a whole different visual. My cousin Pat, shout out to my cousin Pat Smith Jr. You know what I'm saying? He do his military thing or whatever, and he was just like, man, I just want to come to the show. To the point now where he be like, hey man, I want to come to that again, because he's a cousin of mine that love family events. Yeah. Because it feel like a family event when you go to an independent show too.
It does.
So, but to answer your question, which you know, on those different categories, both of them had their advantages, but if I had to pick one, I'd probably like to go more to an independent show. That's not, but you know, one of them, like how it used to be, kind of more. I like the excitement.
See, I like that answer on the difference. Like, you know, that's one you don't have to choose because you got different levels. Yeah. They have different feels to it. You know, and an independent show is smaller, more compact, more intimate.
Yeah.
Like you said, like a family event.
Family.
Whereas going to like a WWE or an AEW or a TNA show, it's a little bit more grandiose. You know what I mean? And,
Nice camera action.
right. And so it's like, with us, we're performing for the audience because they're the ones in attendance. Shows can be taped and they can be put on social media, on YouTube and everything. Whereas when you go to a television show, WWE, AEW, TNA, they're performing for the audience at home.
Yeah.
As well as the one in attendance, but more so for the ones at home. So we get to, interact with the fans and everything. It's just like you have some great fans, you have some not so great fans, but hey, that's okay because everybody's different. You have your thing, but I mean, for the most part in my career, I had a lot of fun, interacting with people. And I was like, my lady always teased me. I always tease her about this. Like, I'm just not a people person. I don't like people like that. She's like, why not? You used to be a wrestler, blah, blah. I'm like, maybe that's wise, but, and also jobs I had before wrestling, like working retail.
Yeah.
It like kind of sours me. But wrestling really does, like, you leave everything at the door. And you just coming in, just wanting to be entertained and have fun. And it's like, some of the times, man, like, we'll be in matches and you'll hear somebody in the crowd scream out something, and like you completely break character because you like might bust out laughing, or you go react to whatever it is they say. And I'm like, I love that part about it. It's like and as a heel, you get to talk trash back to the fans, and they gonna get behind the baby face. As a baby face, they're kind of gonna be more encouraging to you, so you got to rally up and get in the ring and start kicking ass straight up.
Because like I said, you had the crowd. Like one thing I can't say, you never had a problem with the crowd. I mean, the matches I seen, because it seemed like everybody liked you. You know what I mean? You was that character everybody followed. Everybody liked the Spade. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's one thing I can't say. Like, you kind of had that Cena effect.
But if look, personally, if you ask me which one I enjoy more,
I know your answer.
I enjoy playing heel.
You enjoy playing heel?
I enjoy playing heel, boy. Man, I love playing heel. Like, y'all just don't know how much fun I had playing heel. Because I'm like, they used to say, your old saying in wrestling, it's easier to get the people to hate you than it is to get them to love you.
Yeah.
It's like you have to earn that love.
Yeah.
You kind of have to earn that hatred too. But
it's easier to get.
But it's easier to get, exactly.
Easier to get.
And it's just like, because they already kind of coming in skeptical of you, like, man, who this dude?
Yeah.
Like, they already got preconceived notions, like, man, I just don't like her. And you do something in the ring, they might be like, oh, I still don't like his character, but that was pretty good.
Still don't like this dude.
Yeah, they still don't like you, but like you might do a cool move, but they still don't like you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, because I've seen, it's been wrestlers that I've seen that I'm like, man, I can't stand them, man. But then after so long, they steady go, you know what I mean? And it's like,
they kind of grow on you.
Kind of, all right, I rock with you, okay. I mean, all right, I see you, you making it. It's because like just to throw a quick example, Rick the Model Martel.
Oh, yeah.
Good guy or bad guy, I still rock with it.
Yeah.
But when he was a bad guy, it just, when he finally evolved into it, I was like, yo, and even though it's a topic, and I ain't using his name just because it was a topic, but I didn't understand it at first. It was a surprise to the whole world. But once he got started, Hollywood Hogan, he made me laugh. Even though we know how the storyline went on and everything went to where it went to, but that one he made me laugh because he used to do some stuff. So just to add to that point, yeah, I understand what you mean.
It's like looking back now, some of my fondest memories were watching heels. Because I mean, as a kid, you would kind of
great show.
You would kind of gravitate toward geared more toward the baby faces, and then like watching the bad guys in the match and watch how they dictate the match. So when it was my turn and I started, my trainer asked me, like, well, what do you want to start out at? I'm like, I want to start out as a heel. It was a challenge for me. I'm like, for the most part, like, every family got their own drama, don't get me wrong. But for the most part, I think your immediate family always gonna love you because, you're part of the family, you're part of them.
Yes, sir.
Co-workers, you say you're working hard and everything, you put in a good work ethic, they come to love you for the most part. Not always, but for the most part.
Most part.
But for wrestling, for me, being a heel, it was like that was a challenge. Like, let me see how I can get people to dislike me. Like, I always wondered about the inner and outer workings of a heel. So I was like, okay. My trainer said, well, what do you want to be? I'm like, I want to start off as a heel. It was doubly good because that was a challenge for me, like I was saying previously, and also I was the only black wrestler in North Alabama from 03 to about 07.
Really?
The only one from Birmingham up. I was the only black wrestler.
I know that was a big task for the shows. You know what I mean?
It was, and it was just like, all right, now how do I deal with this? Because I'm like, everybody else, is white. I'm the only, African American, and so how are they gonna take to me? That was my thing. My family was worried. Don't get me wrong, rightfully so.
Oh, yeah.
My family was worried because it's like it's not that many of us it wasn't even that many of us in the crowd.
Right.
And it definitely wasn't none of us in the locker room, save for me. So they would come to shows a lot of times, but then like seeing the people, how they kind of gravitated, and like, some of them were just what we call heel marks. They just liked the heels. No matter what the heel did, they still gonna cheer. They wasn't fans of the baby faces. They were fans of the heels.
Fans of the heels.
So I had, a small, little section that cheered me because of how despicable I would be. And, my biggest challenge was always trying to get like my family to boo me or people that were close to me.
You really working in.
Yeah, man. I'm putting it in. It's like y'all are still cheering. Like I'm like, I need y'all to boo me. Like let me do something. So I'm trying to cheat or whatever as much as I can, and they still cheering. I'm like, I'm not doing my dang job. Like,
I'm trying to cheat.
I'm trying to cheat. Yeah, how many people admit to that? Like, no, I'm not cheat on my girlfriend or nothing like that. Now I'm trying to cheat. Yeah, I'm like, I got a match. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to cheat, and y'all sitting up here cheering me. Like, what's wrong with you people? So incidentally, that led to after a few people started cheering me, then I would get like maybe a row or or 2 rows. Then it was a couple of rows. Then it was kind of a part of a section. Then it was a whole section. So I'll never forget this match one time. I was, doing my best to heal it up. And they keep on cheering and blah, blah. So I stopped the match. I get out the ring. I grab the microphone. I said, y'all, I tried my best to insult the crowd. Like, because I'm like, I need the heat. I need the booze. I called him the most redneck, backwood, whatever, Alabama kissing your sister, because Spade is from Memphis.
Yeah.
Alabama kissing your sister, whatever it is that I could come up with. And I'm like, I'm the bad guy. He's the good guy. You boo me, you cheer him. Got it? And after like 3, 2, 1, they all go, yeah! And I'm like, I just throw my hands up in the air, just like, ain't nothing I can do after that. So
that's crazy.
It was the opposite effect.
I can actually see it right here, see it happening. Like, yo,
it was It was a crazy, crazy time. And I was like, I get back into the back and I asked my promoter, I'm like, man, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, they're not booing. He said, you're not doing nothing wrong. They just like you. He was like, you grew on them.
Yeah. So
they just like you. You're like, we're eventually gonna turn you babyface. And I'm sitting there thinking like, I really don't want to be babyface. I'm like, I got comfortable as a heel.
Yeah.
But like you told me many times before, stepping out of your comfort zone on certain things.
Yeah.
So I got real comfortable as a heel. That's what I was used to.
Yeah.
That's what I like. Then they was like, well, we're going to turn you babyface. So I think I went like maybe another 3 or 4 weeks as sort of a tweener. I'm still trying to be a heel, but now the crowds come coming out, crowds high five me, they cheering my name and everything. Then about 3-4 weeks later, I go full blown babyface.
Oh.
And I'm like, I rocked that for about 2 years before my next heel run.
Okay. And then like, so did you also within the in between, did you like show, like as far as storyline purposes, did you show signs of face, signs of heel in throughout matches, just
Yes.
to show, you know what I mean? Because that would make it really interesting. You know, that's how you can. That's how somebody watching in the crowd can say, "Oh, he in between right now." You don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll know when this happened.
My hottest feud when I started was a guy. He did a pimp gimmick. His name was Pimpin' Steve Pleaser, and he really put Spade on the map. He really made me a star.
Shout out to him.
And so Steve, after we feuded, we went back and forth for that belt. We went back and forth. And so after we feuded and I'm, getting ready to turn face, we have a match and I don't make a save on him or nothing like that. We just have a match, and after the match, like, he beat me, he went over, but we shook hands, he raised my hand, he was like, this the man right here, blah, blah, and like, boom, now I'm babyface. And so then it's kind of like The Rock and Mick Foley. After they feuded for so long and had such a hot feud, didn't become a tag team. Steve and I became a tag team after that.
Okay.
We called ourselves the Salt and Pepper Connection.
Salt and Pepper Connection.
He said the reason for that, he said I was the whitest black guy he ever met. I said, well, you're probably the blackest country dude I've ever met.
And it went on from there.
And it went on from there.
That's smooth. That's smooth right there. Story time. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember you telling me something like that, too.